I'm going to go through the usual request here, which is I want to know if you can hear me because there's an awful lot of people on social media these days. There's a lot of other people like myself who are working from home during this lockdown, and I want to be able to be certain you can sort of hear me. So if you can hear me, please just sort of type yes in the chat box down below. Okay, thank you. So you may be wondering if your business is actually going to survive through this lockdown thing, because here's the thing: most of your customer base, unless you've got some online mechanism of taking orders or pre-orders for later delivery, or taking orders and delivering it now, and yeah, so that's all quite sort of overwhelmed. And I've just made a few notes here for you. So I think that it's important that you learn the difference between sales and marketing and when you should use each of them. And this is a perfect, absolutely perfect opportunity for you. So, by the way, my name is Mike Noon, and I've been helping business owners to grow their business since around about 2003, 2004. And my typical client base is turning over a revenue of between $1 million to $20 million a year, but we do deal with smaller businesses if they've got the right assets in place. But that's not what this is about. This isn't some sales pitch. This is just some useful stuff that you can use right now, and it will cost you absolutely nothing apart from a bit of time and a bit of thinking to position your business for when we come out of the other side of this coronavirus thing. So the first thing I want to um, tell you is that I've been spending a lot of time on social media, sort of contributing to different groups and platforms and things here. And I see there's a lot of businesses, particularly small businesses and SMEs, and they've got adverts on Facebook and on Instagram. And I look at them and I think it's just a waste of money, because there's an outfit that sells bicycles. There was another one that is some sort of a cafe or a restaurant, and there was another one that was a bar. I thought all of these businesses have been closed by government mandate. You ain't going to sell anything, but you've got a wonderful opportunity to promote yourself and position yourself for when everything opens up again. So that's what this is about. This is some simple, easy tips that you can use right now, today, to get more business and maybe get some pre-sales as well. And it's pretty easy. But see, I want to explain to you first the difference between marketing and selling, because basically selling is the end point of your marketing, and the sale is dependent on what your prospects or your leads believe and what they feel. So it's what they believe about their need is with regards to purchasing your product or service. It's about what they believe about you and your product or service and your business and your industry. You know, I mean, I'm a marketer. I'm in an industry that's probably got the worst reputation on the planet, and apparently we are um, less loved than politicians at the moment. So hey, that's okay. Um, but yeah, selling is the end point of your whole process. And everybody's just going straight to that end point. They go, hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. And you have to understand that when you do that, you just come across as being a commodity, which means that you're traded and bought and sold based on not your price, but in this sort of market or economy rather, where people are hanging on to their cash because they're scared that they're not going to be getting any more coming in. They're worried about their jobs. They're worried about their business. So everybody's sitting on their money and they're not going to spend it. unless you can work on positioning yourself in a way that when their fear levels go down, when they start to feel confident again and they're ready to spend, by that time they're going to go, hey, yeah, I'm going to go down to Bob's bike shop to buy new bikes for my kids, or I'm going to go to that cafe or that restaurant because they've given me a lot of useful information over the years. So that's what selling is. Selling is the end point of your marketing thing, and it's dependent on what they believe and what they feel. So, a little exercise for you. There's always a bit of work involved. Come on. Sit down and write 2 lists. And the first one, you head it up, is believe, and the other one is feel. So the first one, just what does someone have to believe about you, your business, your product, your service, about themselves, about the people they're buying that product or service for, in order to do the sale with you. And then you need to look at their emotions. So you need to look at all the things they're going to be feeling in relation to all those beliefs, okay? Should take you about half an hour, but I tell you what, just by doing that, you're a million miles ahead of everybody else. Marketing. So what is marketing? Well, the marketing has got multiple layers of purpose. And a lot of businesses, I hear them say, yeah, I'm going to go and do some marketing. I go, oh, that's really good. What are you going to do? They say, I'm going to put an advert in Yellow Pages. I go, no, that's not marketing. That's advertising. That's sales. So the purpose of marketing is to create desire for your product or service. So that's just one level of it. It's also, it should be designed to increase the confidence of your customer, your client, your prospect, your lead, in your ability to solve their problem or get them their goal. Because I keep saying this all the time, we're only in business for 2 things: to help people get their goals and solve their problems. Outside of that, there ain't anything else. That's it. That's the whole purpose of business. And we do that on a quid pro quo basis. There's a famous quote from a guy called Peter Drucker, who was an American management guru. He died, I think, around about the early 80s. And he said the purpose of marketing is to make selling superfluous. And I want to give you a quick example here of a company, of a business that does this so wonderfully well. And that's Apple. Now, I don't know if you've got any Apple products. I mean, I have. I think they're great. But here's the thing. When I went into the Apple store, or Noel Leemans, or Harvey Norman's, or wherever it was that I went to purchase my Apple products, they didn't have to put the hard sell on me. I went, no, I'll have that iMac, I'll have that MacBook Air, I'll have that iPhone, and that, whatever it was. I'd already decided before I walked in the store what I was going to buy. And I'd already worked out why. I mean, because their marketing is so good. They're brilliant at it. And that's kind of what we do in my business. We create that kind of marketing for our clients. But that's by the by. So, a marketing should increase your customers, your clients, your prospects' desire for your products or services. Yeah, and you can do that through all sorts of things. You can make it a status symbol, which is kind of what Apple does. It's also what Tesla does. Tesla's really clever. They go, hey, yeah, you could be one of these rich people, but driving around in this really expensive electric car, but hey, you're saving the planet. Yeah, so they've got all these different things going on. And the other purpose of marketing is to increase demand for your products and services. So that's all the sort of stuff that is going on. Now, a lot of the ads that I'm seeing on places like Facebook and Instagram, and to a certain extent on places like LinkedIn and YouTube, they're just blatant sales pitches. It's just like, buy my stuff. And nobody's giving people any good reasons to buy your stuff. Why should they? Yeah, they want to hang on to their money, and you're saying, hey, no, give it to me, and you'll be slightly worse off, but you'll have my green widget, and I'll be slightly better off. So here's the thing. you have to consider that in NLP there's some interesting things. NLP is the study of success. It's the study of human behavior, and specifically the study of successful human behavior. So one of the things they looked at was decision making. So people have to have certain criteria in place, and it's different for every human being, which makes it a little bit, you know, you've got to tackle this from several kind of angles. But there's different reasons why some people will make a decision. So for some people, it's that they have been exposed to the information for a certain number of times. For some people, it might be 3 times. For some, it might be 5. For some people, it might be 20. You know, and for some people, they just need a certain amount of time before they make that buying decision. So some people just go, "Yep, that's for me. That's your red hot type," and others go, "Oh no, I've got to think about this. I've got to think about this." And it's interesting because you watch programs like Location on TV, and you get these people who are looking at houses and go, no, I need time to think about it. Yeah, it's a beautiful house. It's the right place. It's the right price. It's perfect for what the needs were, but we still need to think about it. And that's just human nature. So you've got to take all that sort of stuff into consideration. And so you've got all these different criteria that you have to fulfill when you are setting up a transaction with another human being. And so one of the things that you can do is you can create trust and understanding, which is something else from NLP, which is known as rapport. Rapport is basically just that sense of trust and understanding that you have with another human being. And it's like when it feels magical, boy meets girl, they look into each other's eyes. But it makes sense to build a relationship over time. And there's an example that is used quite often in the marketing world, and it's guy goes into a bar, walks up to the first girl he sees, gets down on his hands and knees, takes out a box with a ring in it and says, "Hey, will you marry me?" The girl just goes, "No, go away, you're crazy, don't know you, never even said hello to you." Yeah. And interestingly enough, there's a program on TV as well at the moment called Married at First Sight. I just thought, wow, this is a real recipe for disaster. But people need to get time to know you, to like you, to trust you, to find out how you can help them. And there's a really simple way you can do that, and that's just to demonstrate you can help them by actually helping them. And I've made another video a couple of days ago, and I'll put the link to that underneath this because it's just really good. It's just the formula that you use for creating that sort of content. And there's another one on how to use live casting. There's a whole lot of these resources. But by doing this work, and it can be fun. And if you love your marketplace and you love serving them, then getting in front of a laptop or an iPhone or an Android, God forbid, or whatever, it's not a problem because you're serving them. And so I just want to sort of wrap this up by encouraging you to take advantage of this, what is actually probably going to be quite a brief window in time. Hopefully we're not going to be locked down for any more than a month. Though I did see a thing online this morning that suggests in some part of the world they are suspecting this may go as long as 18 months, which means you've got a hell of a long time to do marketing and you would need to radically change how you do business. But it's a beautiful opportunity because while everyone's locked down, what are they doing? They're on their computer, they're on their phone. And where are they? They're on social media. They're on Twitter, they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're on LinkedIn, they're on YouTube. And all of these people, are all looking for guidance, they're looking for direction, and they're looking for leadership. So it's a massive opportunity for you to go out and be the leader in your industry, because when we come out the other side of this, you'll be so strong. And not only that, you'll have built a good, solid relationship with your marketplace. And when it comes to making a decision about who to place that big contract with, or that small contract, or who to buy your bicycle from, you're going to be the one. So, just do this stuff. And if you've got like fears about being in front of a camera, so, oh gosh, no, I look horrible. Look at me. I mean, I haven't shaved today. I mean, I put on a clean shirt and stuff, but I haven't shaved today. But it doesn't matter what you look like. It's just that your marketplace knows that you actually give a damn about them and that you're doing your best to help them. That's it. So, just go do it. You've got nothing to lose except for, your face, or if you're Oriental, your social standing, if you're in the West, in front of 2.5 billion people. But here's the thing. You're never going to meet any of them, probably. And those that do, so put you down, whatever, that's okay. You just block them, you delete them from your friends list or whatever it is. But the beautiful thing about this is it's absolutely free to do, like live casting, which is, I'll put links to my little tutorial on how to run a live cast somewhere below here. It's absolutely free. And Facebook is just looking for this content to put in front of people that perfectly match your client base. And then you can use that same free stuff that you put there and turn it into an advert and run it to a cold audience and build that up and turn that into a warm audience, and you feed them more content and then turn that into a highly qualified, highly targeted audience. And I know people who are getting a 100% view on videos that are like 1.25 hours long. So people are sitting there for 1.25 hours watching this guy talking, and it's costing him like 72 cents. I mean, that is a phenomenally cheap customer acquisition cost. I mean, gosh, you can't post a bloody letter for 72 cents here. I did a postcard campaign in Northland in New Zealand about 2 or 3 years back, and it cost me $2 per postcard. So 70, and that was just like a cold campaign, just sending out postcards to people. But this is for hot, qualified leads, 70 cents. It's a bargain. I mean, you can't employ a VA or a PA in the Philippines for 72 cents. They're going to cost you $7, $8 an hour. That's US dollars. So it's a bargain, and it makes sense. And hey, if you're serious about staying in business, I'd strongly encourage you to at least look at this stuff. At least think about it, because you have got nothing to lose except everything you've worked for your whole life. I'm not saying that to put the fear of God into you. It's a reality. We are in an economic turning point. Yeah, the whole credit-based economy is about to go belly up, and all that will happen is the wealth, which is the real things in life, the businesses, the property, the real estate, the gold, the silver, that just changes hands. It doesn't get destroyed, it just changes ownership. And if you have spent time, building up a business, building up a family home, building up assets, it's crazy to lose it just because you're, a bit nervous about, getting in front of the camera and just talking to people. And I might even do another video later today on some little mind tricks you can do, which will help you to get over any fears about you don't know enough. You do. You're not good enough. You are. Yeah. Nobody wants to listen to you. They do, actually. At the moment, people are desperate for guidance and leadership. Desperate. Absolutely desperate. Because all the government's doing is saying, hey, we're going to print up $1 gazillion and give it to people. And just knowing the way that business and the financial system and society is structured, I think a lot of that money is going to be going to the big boys. And there'll be a little bit of trickle down stuff to guys like you or me. Hey, I don't need it. I don't want it. I wouldn't take their money if they'd paid me. So there you go. Anyway, that's enough of my ranting. So, as I say, just to sum up, stop selling for now. Stop selling until you've done the basic legwork with your marketing, until you've put the content out there that establishes you as A, someone who cares, B, someone who knows what they're doing, C, or 3, whatever you might, someone that can actually help people to either solve their problems or get their goals. That's it. That's it. People just want to have confidence in you. And the best way to do that is just to talk to them, to communicate with them, and all the rest of it. So, I hope this is useful to you. If it was, please like it. Please share it with other business owners. Share it with anybody, everybody. Because even if you're going for a job, you can use this live casting kind of thing to create credibility about who and what you are. No one else is telling you that, are they? No. So, like I say, like this, share it. If you've got any questions, just put them in the chat box down below. I will get to them as soon as I can. Things are pretty mad here at the moment, because believe it or not, we're getting really, really busy. And so that's good. So thank you very much for your time. I hope this has been useful to you. And I wish you all the best with your business, and that the business serves the purpose for which you started it, which is probably to give you and your family and your loved ones a better life, so you could take better care of your parents, of your siblings, and just it's a family thing, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so that's me done, and I will see you maybe later on today. You take care and stay safe. Remember all the restrictions about 2 meters contact thing and all that. If you wish, wear a mask. That's if you can find somewhere to buy one. And just relax for a bit and do a bit of thinking about how you can move your business forward. And I'll be back at some point with even more useful business growth tips for you. This is Mike Newton signing off. See you soon.